Hi everybody, I'm Jessica. This is Truth at Home, and I'd like to share with you some thoughts this morning on wearing skirts and dresses only and being legalistic about it. I was reading this morning in Romans 14, starting with verse 1. Him that is weak in the faith receive ye, but not to doubtful disputations. For one believeth that he may eat all things, another who is weak eateth herbs. Let not him that eateth despise him that eateth not, and let not him which eateth not judge him that eateth, for God hath received him. Who art thou that judgest another man's servant? To his own master he standeth or falleth, yea, he shall be holden up, for God is able to make him stand. One man esteemeth one day above another, another esteemeth every day alike. Let every man be fully persuaded in his own mind. He that regardeth the day regardeth it unto the Lord, and he that regardeth not the day to the Lord he doth not regard it. He that eateth, eateth to the Lord, for he giveth God thanks, and he that eateth not to the Lord he eateth not, and giveth God thanks. I'll stop there at, that was verse 6. So I read verses 1 through 6 of Romans, did I say 14? Yeah, 14. And as I was reading those verses this morning, it just came into my mind that just like eating certain foods or not eating certain foods, celebrating certain days or not celebrating certain days, we can also become very rigid about skirts and dresses only. And that's something I'd like to discuss with you this morning a little bit while I'm here in my bathroom. I needed a quiet place, and this is pretty much the only quiet place in my house right now while the kids are doing some chores. I've seen that some people start out being very enthusiastic about skirts and dresses only. And then they get to a point, maybe a year or two down the road, where they realize that they're being really legalistic about it. They're being really super rigid, and they kind of have on these glasses to where as they look through these legalistic type glasses and they're looking at everybody else, they have a very judgmental attitude towards those that they see. So when they see any woman not wearing a skirt or a dress that's modest and long, automatically they feel judgmental toward her in their hearts. She might be a woman who's wearing pants, but is wearing them as modestly as she feels able. Yet they won't see that in her. All they'll see is she's not wearing a skirt, she's not wearing a dress, right? And then at some point they realize how legalistic they have been, and they say, wow, I can't believe how judgmental I've been. I don't want to keep being that way. So what do? They take off the glasses that they've been wearing, or God helps them to take those glasses off, and they start to see things in a new light. They see themselves for being how they've been, and they start to see other people and think, I've been so judgmental towards them. Maybe they're really trying the best that they can, and I can't believe I've been thinking about them this way, or treating them that way, or talking about them that way. So they take off the glasses, they remove them, but at the same time, they also remove the skirts and the dresses. And they stop wearing skirts and dresses, and that to me is an extreme kind of reaction to when we realize that we've been legalistic. I kind of liken that to somebody who says, I've been legalistic about my eating habits. I've been trying to follow the Old Testament dietary laws, and I've been looking down on all of those who haven't followed them, and now I finally come to understand that the Lord has accepted them through Christ just as much as he's accepted me through Christ, and I've been treating this issue very legalistically, almost as if it could earn me favor with God, and now I realize that it can't, and I'm sorry for my attitude. What if that person were to say, okay, I haven't been eating pork, but now I'm just going to eat pork, and I'm not going to worry about all the stuff I was worried about before. Well, that's a possibility, but I think it's rather extreme. Why not say, I'm going to change my attitude about it? I'm going to continue to not eat pork because I believe that God had a reason for telling me to not eat pork, and it's probably healthiest for me to not eat pork, but I'm going to change my attitude towards other people so that I try to understand why they do the things that they do and not judge them for that. So maybe other people think it's okay to eat pork every now and then. They understand that pork can be unhealthy for you if you eat too much of it, but every now and then they enjoy some healthy, well, I don't want to say healthy, but some, carnitas tacos, something yummy like that. And, if it's every now and then, what's the big deal about it? God has accepted both of us. So basically their reaction towards realizing that they have been realistic is a more healthy reaction in my viewpoint instead of an extreme one. So take that to the skirts and dresses issue, and I think that some people can be extreme and just say, well, I'm not going to wear skirts and dresses anymore when they realize that they've been legalistic. But a more healthy reaction to me would be to look at other people and say, okay, I'm going to try to understand them and where they're coming from and why they choose to dress it the way that they're dressing. Try to appreciate the fact that maybe they really are trying to be modest, even in pants, and appreciate that about them. And just get rid of the judgmental attitude, but continue to wear skirts and dresses ourselves because we've thought the issue through, and there really are good reasons for wearing skirts and dresses only. Let me give you an example. The other day we were at this event, and I saw some a lady and her daughters there, and they were all wearing Bermuda shorts, so the shorts that go down to the knee, and they weren't too tight, and they all had, modest t-shirts or whatever kind of shirts they had on with them. And I just thought, wow, they look a lot more modest than many of the other people that I'm seeing here at this event. And those Bermuda shorts look pretty modest. And I started to consider it. Okay, would I ever let my girls wear Bermuda shorts just by themselves, with the shirt? And I was thinking about it, and I thought, as modest as those Bermuda shorts are compared to all the other people, they still aren't up to the standards that I would like to have for my family, for myself and my girls. Bermuda shorts, even though they do go down to the knee, and even if you don't wear them tightly, the truth is you can still see a little bit of the backside area in a little bit more relief than is ideal. You can see the thigh area and the crotch area. I don't know how else to say that. You can still kind of see all that. It's a step up for sure, but it's still not as good as it could be. And skirts and dresses that are long and loose enough and not of a flimsy thin material, they help to cover up those areas, so they're superior. Also, Bermuda shorts, even though paired with a feminine blouse, can give a girl an overall feminine look. It's still not as feminine as skirts and dresses can help a girl look. So even after thinking this through, I still came back to the conclusion that skirts and dresses worn modestly are superior to the Bermuda shorts. So I was able to appreciate in my mind the fact that this lady and her girls were dressed more modestly than others, and to be so thankful for that. And yet at the same time, I was also able to come back to my own conviction that I continue to believe that skirts and dresses only are superior if worn properly. So you see, I feel like that's a healthy reaction, or a healthy attitude to have. I'm not trying to be I'm not trying to be legalistic. I don't want to be legalistic. I'm trying to be realistic, right? And I'm trying to honor God with our choices. But You know, there was a point in my life at which I was kind of legalistic about skirts and dresses only, but I didn't just give it up. I just changed my attitude, you know, and I think that's a much healthier reaction. I think that if my girls ever wear Bermuda shorts, it's going to be underneath a skirt or a dress as just another modest layer, so that if they're climbing a tree or running around or playing in the creek or riding a bike, you know, if their dress does come up, they'll have that underneath for another layer of modesty, you know. To add to this conversation, the other day we were at church and I saw a girl and her mother in a really short dress, and I just thought, wow, it only needs to come up a few inches and you're going to be seeing their underwear. I thought, you know, that's crazy. And at church too, I mean, that's just crazy. And I thought, okay, well, they're wearing a dress, but they're wearing a very immodest dress. Pants, in that case, would be more modest than the dress that they're wearing. So I can see how in some circumstances, pants could be more modest than a really short dress or skirt, or a skirt or dress made out of really flimsy material that can just, you know, fly up with the wind. In that case, yeah, pants would be more modest. However, that's not a good reason to say, okay, let's just wear pants now. I think that you have to, that's an extreme, see, to look at girls wearing immodest dresses and skirts and to say, okay, now let's just wear pants. I think that we need to understand that that is kind of an extreme reaction. We can wear skirts and dresses because they are superior in modesty if worn properly. And they are superior in that they show more femininity. Not that you can't look feminine overall in pants and a feminine shirt and, you know, doing your hair in a feminine way. Yes, you can look feminine overall in your overall appearance and still wear pants, but modest skirts and dresses help you to look even more feminine. And that's why I think they're just a better option. So when we come up to these, you know, these situations where we have the chance to consider our choices, maybe we realize we've been a little bit not realistic, but legalistic. That's a great opportunity for us to change our attitude, choose to have a more gracious, patient attitude, but also it's an opportunity to think through our choices again and really be reasonable about them and think, am I really truly making the best choice? And if we reason through it and we think about it and we decide that we truly have made the best choice, then the best option is just to continue forward, but with a better attitude. I want this video to be an encouragement to all of you ladies to keep on wearing skirts and dresses only in a modest way if that's what you've been doing. Wear leggings or jeggings or Bermuda shorts underneath so that if something happens, the wind picks up or whatever, you know, you're still modest. Wear them long enough, you know, below the knee, even down to the ankle is maybe preferable, and in maybe a thicker material to kind of help protect your modesty. But I just want to encourage you that as you're taking all these precautions to be modest, that you wouldn't give up skirts and dresses only when it's a little bit difficult or a little bit tricky. Just keep on going, keep on trying to find the best way to wear them, because it really is the ideal way for a woman to dress, I believe. And if you believe that also, I want this video to be an encouragement for you to keep on going. Okay, so those are some thoughts that I just wanted to share with you today while they were still fresh in my mind. Thank you so much for viewing my videos and for giving them that thumbs up and for subscribing to my channel. I appreciate you all, and I hope that God blesses all of us as He guides us in His wisdom and truth. All right, have a good day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.